Our favorite compas have another jam-packed episode of the Four Compas Show. In this episode, we will do a recap of the Monday night doubleheader featuring the Bucs, Lions, and Texans Seahawks. I hope we're almost at the end of these double headers because they are. I mean,
I think that's it.
But
okay.
I'm
with you. That's it.
All right, plus, we will have our Week 7 takeaways, and of course, we cannot forget our usual segments are in the NFL football season. Compas NFL Power Rankings, and our picks of the best 5 matchups in Week 8. Vic had 4. I said, Vic, you know what? There's one of these that I'm interested in. Are we going to go with Caleb Williams, or is Lamar Jackson back? So I'm like, all right, let's do it. Let's see what this is all about. So we'll definitely.
Is this college football or?
Yeah, no.
Basketball?
No.
Duke?
No. I you know what it is.
Yeah,
all right.
I know.
How have you been?
Good, but I gotta, say nice haircut, Fernando. I'm growing my hair up, but you're gonna look stylish for prime time. Thursday night football. Is that why you got a haircut?
Cameras it's my first prime time of the season. No, I was gonna do it Saturday. It's the first prime time I'm going to.
Amazon broadcast is there,
Yeah, you never know. But it's the first prime time. No, but honestly, I was gonna do it Saturday morning, but then Dan and some of his coaching buddies want to go out Friday night, so we're gonna go out Friday, and I'm kind of like, I kind of don't want to do anything Saturday because then Sunday. Even though the Chargers aren't playing, I still have the San Diego FC playoff game. That's football, Gilbert, the other football for you. So I'll be attending that game. So yeah, I was like, all right, let me fit that in the schedule today. But it should be interesting. I mean, Thursday night football. Joe Wall just told the media moments ago that he plans on playing on Thursday. So. Big return for the Chargers. Gilbert, you come out and all of a sudden watch. The Chargers are going to go back to that Kansas City game where they just put on a performance and they light up the other team and they win, take home the victory.
Yeah, if they win and they really need to win, I'm going to tell your brother, hey, there's no curse, so stop it.
Sunday was interesting. If we can get into that a little bit. We didn't yesterday, but I thought Sunday was a little bit interesting. At halftime, we were allowed to go down to the field and go watch Antonio Gates's receive his Hall of Fame ring. Gilbert, they had never offered that before. It was usually, we're gonna bring up the player to you guys before the game. You guys can talk to him, whatever. And all of a sudden they decided, we're gonna let you guys on the field. And I'm like walking on the field, and I'm like, can I stand right next to Sean Merriman? Yeah, that's cool.
Oh.
Can I go over on this side? Oh yeah, that's cool. I'm like, are you guys sure? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I'm like, can I go into the end zone and watch like the final play of the before halftime? Yeah, sure, go ahead. So I was able to watch. It was a Justin Herbert interception, but they're in the end zone. But it was pretty cool to be on the field watching it and everything. Like, I was like, damn. I'm like, this is honestly fun. But it was pretty cool to experience the moment. Sean Merriman actually came up to me. He goes, buddy in Spanish. I'm like, compa, what's up, dude? How are you? I was like, oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, he did remember. So, he's like, buddy in Spanish. I remember that.
The Spanish reporter. That's what
I know. Exactly. So I'm like, yeah, compa. He's like, compa, what's up, dude? How are you? I was like, good. Melvin Gordon said hi, so that was
just
pretty
retired
cool.
as a Charger, I think I saw.
Yeah, he did. So that was pretty cool. He was really nice. And then that picture that I shared on my Instagram, Antonio Gates sees me, and then I'll go, dude, congratulations, long time coming. He's like, oh, dude, he's like, bring it in. He's like, I really appreciate it. This, that. I had Dante as my. Dante was like right there with me and he snapped the picture and I was like, oh shoot. I was like, dude, I appreciate that. Like, that was a great picture. And but yeah, Gates, long time coming. He was joking around, having a good time. It was just funny that he had the shades on and just like the Colgate smile. I thought that was pretty funny. But yeah, it was a pretty cool experience. They're doing the same thing on Thursday. I don't know if you saw.
No.
I can send you the info for Rodney Harrison. I don't know if that interests you, but I can send you the info right now. And if you
You know what's you know what's kind of
He
funny, and
doesn't
maybe
care.
no, I care because it's getting me. I'm thinking now because the Chargers have kind of picked up like how many players they want to honor, and obviously the good ones like Gates and Harrison, get the ceremony during the game, get inducted into the whatever what are they calling it, Chargers Hall of Fame? Is that what they
Yeah,
call it?
yeah, the team Hall of Fame.
But then I'm seeing a lot of these players that are who were not that great coming back to sign their contracts to retire as Chargers, and I won't name names, but there's some that I'm like, why is that one getting out? Melvin Gordon,
Oh,
I think was good
the
enough for that, but there's some players I'm like, why? Why are we doing this?
yeah,
And I get it. That's nice for the Chargers to do that, and maybe it's their way to kind of show love because it's been a while that they've been in Los Angeles, right? Since 2017 to show love from those players and kind of tie in San Diego and LA. But some of them it's like, really that guy? Okay, I'll just leave it at that.
Oh, Jesse has one right there. I was like, "What?" That one was for social media clicks for ten thousand
I
percent.
said no names, Jesse. No names.
Yeah, Jesse said it. I didn't say nothing. I just said it's for social media. But yeah, I mean, it's the same thing. Like Dan was pissed during the game because they put Charger legends and they had names up there, and Dan was just getting pissed off. He's like, "Legend is a loose word, I guess," and I just
Chargers
started
legend
laughing.
Nate Kading.
Yeah, you said no names.
Sorry.
Uh but yeah, I mean it's definitely interesting. And again, I'll send you the email right now
Okay,
if you're interested in
that's
it. But
cool. Yeah,
it's definitely
legend.
interesting to go down there and everything. But especially because you see some now I don't know who they're gonna be able to bring in that played with Rodney, because I mean Junior Seau's passed away. Him and Rodney were pretty close. Other people, I'm gonna ask him about what's going on with Bill Belichick. I have to. There's no
Are,
way
are you going to be on the field for that? Are you going to be
yeah.
allowed again?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, that's why I told you
yeah.
I can send you the email.
Yeah, maybe. So I have to like RSVP because now that I
Yeah.
think about it, I've never watched an NFL game from the field. I've done college football from the field, but
You know
I go
what?
down the field for before the game starts and after the game starts, not during the game. I've never had that, so that's pretty cool.
Let me I have just sent it your way. There you go.
All right, all right.
That'll be in the compas on the field. But I'm telling you, it's an interesting style of ceremony. I thought it was pretty cool. I thought it was really nice that they let us on the field. Like shout out to them for that, because like I said, I've never been on the field. And then like I was starting to walk off, and I hear, "Can we get people out of the field?" And I turn around, and it's big old glasses. I was like, "Oh." I was like, James Harbaugh. I was like, goodbye. I will get out of your
Ah,
way. I apologize. But yeah, I thought it was pretty interesting. And Gates deserves that and more. I mean, the guy was revolutionary. He even told us, he's like, I never thought I would play football. And I was gonna ask him, so are you kind of saying like shout out to Nick Saban, like for cutting you from not cutting you, but like basically telling you can't stay at Michigan State if you have to
yeah,
play,
one.
because Nick Saban made him decide between basketball and football, and he said, I want to play both." And he told him no, so he left, went to Kent State. So yeah,
Yeah, but Nick
and he's
Saban
never
thought he
talked
was
about.
good enough to play football, so also
I
he
know.
knew what he
So
was talking about.
he's never talked about it. I want to know what his thoughts are. I know his son right now, Antonio Gage Jr., is at Michigan State playing receiver.
Oh,
So definitely interested to see how that goes with him. Um, but yeah, it'll be cool to have you back out there, Gilbert. It's been a while, I'm sure, since the last Thursday night game
yeah, I can't even remember the last time I covered a Chargers game.
last year.
Yeah, but I don't know which game it was, but yeah, and then I was looking at the schedule. There's not a lot of primetime games coming to SoFi Stadium, so it's one of the rare ones, I think.
The next one I think is Eagles.
Yeah,
No,
that's no.
Steelers. Oh, you're not gonna go to that one.
Yeah,
Steelers
there's a
and
couple Sunday night football games, and then there's that
yeah,
Monday night, the Eagles
and
Chargers.
the Chargers. I'm sure you go to that one. But
Yeah, I mean, that's a
and then
Monday. So perfect.
what did you think of Brandon Graham coming out of retirement?
No offense to the guy, and okay, you're putting me on the spot because I've got a lot of inner thoughts here where I feel kind of messed up saying them out loud. Like he's a good player for like the Eagles ring a Hall of Fame. He's not going to be a Hall of Fame player in the NFL. He was never like a star player, very
Yeah,
consistent, productive player. And I do remember, obviously, and I'll give him his flowers. That
Sure.
the playoff run and that Super Bowl in 2017 with Nick Foles. He had a great game. He had a great playoff run, but he's kind of more like in their Hall of Fame, just the Eagles. And I get that he's very important to the Eagles fan base, but to the outside, it's kind of like, yes, why don't you stay retired, man? Enjoy your life, enjoy your family, enjoy your kids, enjoy
They need
retirement. Like,
him.
but do they? I don't know.
They
Like
need pass rush.
he was
They've
okay last
struggled.
year, but he was like a 50% snaps player. He wasn't a full-time player. He wasn't an impactful player. I guess you're right. They do need some edge rushers. I thought Nolan Smith was going to be better.
Well, no,
He had,
one of their guys is on IR. One of the guys out of Georgia.
is it that one? No, oh,
I
okay.
think Nolan Smith is the
Yeah,
one that's in
so maybe
on
that's
IR.
why. But he's kind of been struggling without Josh Sweat. You know, guy like
Yeah.
they lost their depth, so I get it.
They
But
should call the Cardinals and be like, "Hey, you guys suck. You guys aren't going anywhere. Send
like
us Josh Sweat back."
yeah, he's actually doing well for them. But like, here's another example. Like Zadarius Smith just retired from the Eagles because he's like, I can't keep going. What makes you think you can, Brandon Graham? I don't know. It's just sometimes just enjoy life, man. Like enjoy your health. You made it out. You got 2 Super Bowl rings. What the hell else do you want? I don't get it.
By the way, I'm excited for next week because next week is 4 games or 4 weeks since the last time we forked them or they're staying alive. So next week I cannot wait. Fork them or they're staying alive. It's every 4 weeks, Gilbert. Anthony Lynn told us the season is divided in 4s.
Yeah.
So
I definitely want you to review the ones that I forked and see how that's looking.
Yes, exactly. We're gonna see how that's going. Let's see real quick. What was your let's just go real quick into the Monday night game. The first one, Lions and Bucks. Lions win 24-9. Jared Goff 20 of 29, 241, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Jamari Gibbs 17 carries, 136, 2 touchdowns. Amon-Ra 8 catches, 86, 1 touchdown. Baker 20 of 50, 228 yards, 1 touchdown. And Cade Otton had 7 catches, 65 yards. Gilbert, your thoughts on this game?
Yeah, honestly, not too much. And I know you're gonna vouch for the Buccaneers later, so maybe I'll save some of my ammo for that later. But I thought it was a decisive win for the Lions, but part of me is like, we didn't get the full experience because the Buccaneers are just that banged up. Like they had no chance with a hobbled Igbuka. You know, Mike Evans got hurt right away. I thought when he was activated, I'm like, okay, cool, maybe they have a chance now. And then they threw him that pass, or Baker did, and he got hurt. I thought it was gonna be like a hamstring injury. It was.
I thought he had torn his hamstring or he had torn his ACL.
The way he was grabbing it, he wasn't even grabbing.
Concussion and broken clavicle.
Yeah, so it was a lot. You feel bad for
that record. Him. That record is now gone.
That's something that I think is special, and you know, but he did he have the record or did he have a tie with somebody? I forget.
I think he tied it.
Jared Rice, maybe. I think he has the record for starting his career with the most 1,000-yard receiving seasons, and he tied overall with Jerry Rice. So
yeah, I think he's tied. Yeah, he's tied.
When you're in that class with Jerry Rice, that says a lot. He probably could have beaten Jerry Rice there.
Damn, and it's consecutive, so it's not like next year he could come back.
Yeah,
but
I don't know. Maybe overall, I don't think nobody's going to catch Jerry Rice overall in a career. But yeah, that sucks there. And then I thought for the first time they really missed Bucky Irving. Like he has more juice than Rachaad White. Rachaad White's a good versatile player who helps you out of the backfield, but they needed more of a thumper, and Bucky Irving could have provided that during an off day for Baker. That was a little surprising, but again, a lot of key pieces weren't there. I think they have something in Tez Johnson, the rookie receiver. They're a factory for wide receivers, but at some point you got to have a star player, and Igbuka not being 100% really hurt them. There was no Chris Godwin either, too. So it kind of felt like an incomplete game, to your credit here. Sorry, Fernando, when you mentioned them later on. But I still think the Lions are the better team. I think the Lions also still haven't proven the point of, can you win from playing from behind? They were ahead most of the games. So I don't want to hear from people saying, you're dumb. Jared Goff has this many fourth quarter comebacks. Shut the hell up. Like, they haven't come from behind this season. They fell behind twice by double digits against the Packers and the Chiefs. They lost both games, so I still got to see it. But it's just nitpicking. I did like that the defense played better. but that's a defense you can't trust on a weekly basis. So there are red flags for Detroit, but overall they handle business, and that's what you want to do at this time of year.
I agree with your point of they can't come from behind, or they haven't come from behind yet. But they also they're one of those teams, and the Rams do it also, but the Rams didn't do it on Sunday. They park it or they put it in neutral, and you can't do that. You need to keep on going. That's been the Lions' MO, at times, is that they put it in neutral. They put it in neutral last night at one point, and that's why they almost came back and beat them. I mean, the thing is, at one point, Baker just didn't have anybody out there. I mean, they were doubling Emeka and he just couldn't get the ball anywhere else because, I mean, once you double him, it's kind of game over. So, I mean, I get it. How do you say his name again?
Emeka Egbegboo.
Egbegboo.
But
Egbegboo.
Exactly. But again, I do think that the Lions are a good team. I think when they have that running game going, it's always one of them. It's never really both of them consistently in a game. So I find that pretty interesting. But their passer, Aiden Hutchinson, is a beast. That dude, there was a move on Tristan Wirfs where he's going up and he did the Dwight Freeney half spin back out. He started spinning one way, he twisted back in. And I'm like, damn. So I thought that was pretty impressive. Brian Branch, obviously, thank you, Brett, did not play because he was suspended for the Juju Smith-Schuster incident. Lame. But I again, I think the Lions have an okay team. I still think ESPN did a really good thing with them. ESPN, the Bill Barnwell guy, he had them trading for Trey Hendrickson and then Jalen Phillips. If I was them, I would just trade for Bradley Chubb and Jalen Phillips, both of them together from Miami. Just bring them in. They need more pass rush. It just cannot be Aiden Hutchinson by himself. So again,
Max
I do
Crosby
think they're a good team.
Michigan guy, Max Crosby, but then they just said for the
report, they just announced that they're not trading him. But again, with how many holes that team has, they should. But at one point, some of these guys Alvin Kamara, I'm sure Alvin Kamara. That was last game. Gilbert was at that Broncos game last year. So that was the last time he was there.
I don't even remember that. That's
Broncos Chargers, where the Broncos got out to a 20. They got out to a 21-3 lead, and then the Chargers came back or 21-10 or something like that, and the Chargers came back and beat them at the end.
I don't remember.
Gus Edwards had a long run. But that was the only game that Gus Edwards did anything. But
okay.
Oh yeah. But I definitely think that the Lions, when healthy, if they can get all of them get healthy, I think they're the most lethal offense in the NFC. The only question is, can they all get healthy? I still think the Bucs are going to make a trade. I still think the Lions are going to make a trade. I think we're at the point now where people sell. And like I said, Max Crosby's probably in the Alvin Kamara train. I love life in Vegas. It's easy here. I don't have to do much. Let me just keep on doing it the same way Kamara, I'm sure, is comfortable. I read somewhere that Kamara said that if he would get traded, he told one of the beat reporters, if I get traded, I'm going to Cancun or something. I'm not going. I'm not going to.
I don't get it. He's never won a Super Bowl. He hasn't been to the playoffs in 5 years.
I'm telling you, dude. I know people don't like Aaron Rodgers, and I get it. I get it. He's a guy from Cal. Some of those guys are assholes. But he said once he won his first Super Bowl, he's kind of like, I've been working my whole life for this, and now what?
But he's never got one. Kamara has never got one. Friggin'
I know, but some of these guys just don't care about winning Super Bowls. I mean, and there's no, I mean, obviously there's something wrong with it, but there's nothing wrong with it, I guess. Some guys hey, I just want to get my family live right. I don't need a Super Bowl ring to I think this new generation, like Eric says, they listen to Drake a lot. So they're kind of I don't need the validation of a Super Bowl ring to win me to prove that I'm a great player. So I think that's kind of where we're at now with this newer generation of athlete. But
this is a good question, actually. I'd rather have Brandon Graham's career, who I just crapped on, than Max Crosby's career. So
I would.
2-time Super Bowl champion who's had some great runs in the playoffs.
Oh my God,
Ring of Honor on the Eagles.
he's the one that knocked the ball out of Brady's hand in that Super Bowl game.
You're always gonna remember. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I completely agree with you. I mean, and I bet you, let's see, career earnings. Brandon Graham has made. Yeah.
I just wouldn't unretire. That's my only thing. Get some rest.
Oh no, I wouldn't want to do that either. He's made $97 million, and then add whatever. I think he's going to make $5 million now, so he's at $102 million. So yeah, I wouldn't complain about that. I do agree with you though. Last night Detroit was the better team. Baker was under duress the whole game. How many times? He was hit. Jared Goff was hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times. Baker was hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. Baker was sacked 4 times, and Goff was sacked 4 times. So yeah, we kind of have no, Day Walker Blade. I'm not blaming Drake of why the NFL is bad. I apologize. That's just a reference. I meant like people get moody. People like that people like that chiller
I'll
stuff.
blame them. Who cares? Come on.
Well, they like spilling their feelings, I guess, is in the sense. Like that's not. I didn't mean Drake. I mean, I'm interested to see what Kendrick Lamar does when he performs LA. So
but last year at the World Series, it was Ice Cube to perform against game 1 against the Yankees, and then they had Fat Joe. Give us something like that. That'd be great.
Yeah, that's kind of. I mean, I get the bad. I wish Bad Bunny would have been saved for LA, and I would have loved like E40 and Too Short. And Justin Herbert actually wanted Post Malone, which I thought was funny.
Oh, really?
So yeah, that's he was asked by a criminal. Well, no, I'm kidding. Allegedly, on that podcast. All right. Let's move over to again. If I got this in the NFC Championship, I'd be excited. This game, both teams fully healthy.
Yeah,
give me this. That's what I want. I would love both teams. And you know what? Just to show that Baker Mayfield's a baller, put it in Detroit. Because I know Jared Goff can't win outside of Detroit. So put it in Detroit. Let's get that mano a mano.
If Baker is in a shootout and he's clicking, can Jared Goff?
I'm still not a Jared Goff guy. I am not a Jared Goff guy.
Freaking Jameson Williams, 0 catches. Sam Laporta, they didn't do anything. Like they honestly are too reliant on Jahmyr Gibbs and Amon-Ra St. Brown. So eventually you get the guys involved.
Dude, okay, what did you just say about Baker Mayfield? He had a bad game, right? Like an uncharacteristic bad game. His QBR was only 4 points less than Jared Goff. Like, and that's what I know. That's what I mean. Like
they got lucky.
He was bad. On the other side, Gilbert, none of us picked this game correctly. The Seattle Seahawks. Gilbert, let me see your facial reaction. Did you have to stay up and watch the game?
Yeah, the second I turned in my story, I'm like, cool, like I'm early. It's a blowout. Like I have it done. I look up, it's like 10:20. I'm like, what the hell happened? Like, how's this so late here? Like, Jesus, this game, like who stayed up for this crap? I guess I did.
So the Houston Texans, Gilbert, they didn't do anything special. Sam Darnold, 17 of 31, 213, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Jaxon Smith-Njigba, Gilbert, who I'm starting to question if I'm starting to question if he's not QB1. 8 catches, 123, 1 touchdown. We all know that defense is lethal. And he was able to do that. Charbonnet had 12 carries, 49 yards, 2 touchdowns. On the other side, CJ Stroud, man, he just kept on getting hit. 23 of 49, 229, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. On the defensive side, Gilbert, real quick before I ask you, actually, he was sacked 3 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He was hit 7 times. Man, I'm telling you, when I look at the Chargers and their opposing team, it's like boom, boom. Like this guy has 4, this guy has 6, this guy has blah, 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 blah. So I'm surprised to see this. But Gilbert, what did you make of this game? I mean, like I said, if you look at it, like there was nothing special that happened in this game where you're like, oh, well, this. No, like and Seattle had 4 turnovers. How did they win this game, Gilbert?
Yeah, you know what? I don't know if Mike Macdonald saw me right that the Seahawks defense is overrated and he took on the challenge because ever since that Buccaneers game, it's been a pretty good defense. And again, I still don't think they have enough special players defensively. They don't have game changers, but he knows how to scheme. He knows how to coach it up. He knows how to put guys in positions to win their matchups and frustrate quarterbacks. And now if people want to brag about them, I won't say a peep because the first few months were a little overrated. They're really trying to make it a thing. And then maybe it's the AFC South thing because the NFC West has been running the AFC South meetings, by the way. But they played the Jaguars, they played the Texans. Trevor Lawrence, CJ Stroud did not do anything against Mike Macdonald. So to him, I'll give him credit. I was crapping on him early on in the season. Clint Kubiak, I give him credit too. And mainly because what Brett said here, which is a good time to show this. The special was JSN. Like the way he's featuring JSN in this scheme, and the way Sam Darnold's getting him the football, that's been fun to see. They still got to figure out the rushing attack. Is it Kenneth Walker? Is it Charbonnet? Can it be both? I'm not sure. There, but the way I wrote about this story is like I don't know how far they can go, but I find myself thinking about like they could maybe compete in the NFC. And I think that's a W for this franchise because with the Geno Smith, DK Metcalf group, I never thought about that. I'm like, wild card team at best, one and done. You're not going to beat the 49ers. Maybe you'll beat the Rams. I don't care. Don't waste my time here. Like, this is a mediocre team. And I thought they're going to do the same thing with this team here. And I said, and I'm thinking, okay, a lot of teams would settle with the roster that Mike Macdonald inherited. And then I don't want to name names again, Fernando, but from experiences, whenever a rookie head coach joins an established GM where it's not really, they didn't join together, it's always, hey, rook coach, can you make my signings and my draft picks look good? Because I invested a lot on the defense here. Pete Carroll couldn't do it. Can you make them look better? And it wasn't really that. It was like, all right, Mike, what do you need here? He starts cutting players within the first couple of months of last year. He makes a trade for Ernest Jones. He's okay with signing off on trading Geno and trading DK Metcalf. Like on paper, DK Metcalf and JSN together looks pretty nice. But then common sense kicks in. Like you can't pay 2 wide receivers like that. He's gonna break the bank soon. Do you want to be T. Higgins and Jamar Chase with a top heavy roster? No, let JSN be the star, and they've done that. Defensively, they don't have special players, but they have a lot of money invested there. So I think it was a smart decision. And you get a second round pick too. So I commend them. They rolled the dice here. A lot of times you want to roll the dice with high draft picks, but they rolled the dice on veteran players like Sam Darnold. Cooper Kupp hasn't done much, but he's kind of helping with leadership. DeMarcus Lawrence hasn't done much either, but he's helping out with leadership. So to me, I was like, okay, I got to see it. I'm not sure it's working out. They have my attention, but I'll say this. I can't praise the crap out of them when they lost to the 49ers in week 1. I can't praise them when they haven't even played the Rams yet. And all 3 teams are 5-2. So it's like, all right, the Rams lost to the 49ers, but the 49ers beat the Seahawks, and the Seahawks and the Rams haven't played each other. It's like, I don't know what to make of the NFC West. I think I want to favor the Rams here. So if you don't win a division, you're a wildcard team. Can you make it out of the NFC here, Seahawks? I don't know. I know I'm rambling here, but no, it's kind of like lightning in a bottle. Like this team needs to be clicking. Mike Macdonald has to have a special game plan for every playoff game, and Sam Darnold needs to be on his 8 game every single game to win the Super Bowl. They have a chance. Yeah. It might not happen all at the same time, and they might be one and done like the Minnesota game with the Rams, but Darnold yesterday did not look good, by the way. But the Darnold that I saw in week 5 against Tampa Bay looked really good, and I think it's worth it to roll the dice on that.
They had their 2 starting corners missing, right? Seattle?
Yeah, they were pretty banged up in the secondary.
That's pretty impressive that they did that.
Yeah, real quick, I'm done with the Texans. They're not going to be a thing. Bye.
Oh, wow.
But we could talk about them next week.
Oh, wow.
Get out of my life.
That's really interesting. They have an interesting game this week, and I'm interested to see what you're going to pick in a couple minutes.
49ers don't die, no matter who plays. It's weird.
Vic, you're welcome for this TikTok. Gilbert, more likely to have 3 teams in the playoffs: AFC West, NFC West.
That's a tough one. I will go with the AFC West. I think
Wow.
the NFC West is pretty competitive. I would not be surprised if one team fades. I think the Seahawks still have a little bit of pretender on them, and the 49ers could fade because of injuries. And I want to go in favor of the Rams. What they did to the Jaguars was impressive, but can you win a game that's not in the AFC South, by the way? Like, I haven't seen them do it. Uh, but I think over in the AFC West, I can see the Chiefs making a run. I can see the Chargers waking up. I can see the Broncos holding on and getting double-digit wins. It's a tough one, honestly. I'm not gonna. It might not be a good TikTok because I'm not convincing anybody here, Fernando. This is actually very tough. But
You're being honest.
yeah, but I think the Chiefs are gonna keep rolling. I don't. I think the Broncos are just gonna benefit from beating up on crappy teams. They're gonna find their way in, and I don't want to
They have
count
a
out
good
the
one
Bills.
this weekend. The
Yeah.
Cowboys
So
come there.
maybe both the divisions get 3 teams in. Maybe that's a better answer there. But I'm trying to think of the NFC. The NFC is tough. You know, can you get what is it? Would it be 3 teams
Well,
or 2 teams from the wild
everybody's
card?
thinking about the NFC North. Everybody thinks that the NFC North is going to
That's
have
gonna be
3
tough
teams.
too. I don't
Yeah,
know.
so
I don't. The Bears. We could have a
do it.
Bears discussion. They're frauds right now.
Are you trying to sleep? Are you sleeping?
Yeah. When you beat the Saints and Caleb Williams had a horrendous game, by the way. Hey, I'll give the Bears credit. Ben Johnson is saying, "Hey, Caleb, you're not ready to be a franchise quarterback. Let's run the damn football here." And they're running the football. Maybe you want to clip that one because Bears fans were not happy with me last week. And oh, he's not reckless. Look at these interception numbers here. Boom, has an interception in the first quarter against the Saints from all teams. Get the hell off my lawn. He had a terrible game, and I know because he was in my freaking fantasy lineup and he got 4 points. It was terrible. So yeah, they have a good running game though there, and I won't buy it. The Vikings have Carson Wentz and JJ McCarthy. I'm not buying it. Fernando, surprisingly, the Packers are the number 1 seed in the NFC. What the hell is that about? I'm not buying the Packers either. So I think maybe they get 2 if they're lucky in that division.
All right. We're getting in trouble, Gilbert. So let's bring on the third member of this crew. He's getting frustrated with you because I haven't said a damn thing. I keep on asking you questions, but
so
it is what it is. Let us bring in Vic, the producer. Hello, Vic. How are you?
I spent most of my day at the DMV today. Having to with some having to change some registration stuff. So, but
have you watched? Were you a 2.5 Men guy or no?
Yes.
Oh,
yes, before they replaced.
Charlie Sheen.
Right.
Did you have an appointment? No, I don't need a stinking appointment to go to the DMV. So obviously, that's what I think about anytime with the DMV. I'm like, I'm gonna make an appointment. I don't need. Thanks to 2.5 Men, I make.
Even if you make one, they still make you wait.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there was 2
ladies. By the way,
there was 2 ladies in front of us. We didn't make an appointment just because we were trying to take care of it at AAA, but because it was a license plate from Oklahoma, there was a bunch of stuff that they need to figure out, so they sent us to the DMV, and so we show up, and then there were these 2 ladies that were pissed in the appointment line because there was an older lady in front of us who was taking forever because she actually was trying to, like, this is another thing I learned today, guys. And if you get married, don't get divorced, because we found out the 2 people that were in front of us were trying to change their names back, and they were having to go through a whole bunch of process there at the DMV. So yeah, if
that's where you go to change your names.
Yeah. That's the thing. And yeah, I learned that today. I was like, Megan and I were looking at each other. We're like, we're not getting married. We're not getting divorced, right? This is too much of even though we don't have to deal with it because we both kept our names, but still, I mean, you know, if you're adding someone else's name, think about that.
No worries. Yeah. I would never hyphen somebody else's name to my name. So we're all good on that part. I still remember in Hot Tub Time Machine.
Yep.
Nick, what? Excuse me. What did you just say? Nick Weber. You hyphened your wife's name. It's everybody's doing it. No, nobody's doing it.
Oh, if you do this, the hyphen. I think the hyphen looks ugly. Like if Smith-Njigba had it without the hyphen, it would have been fine. But I don't like the hyphen.
All the serial killers have 3 names. Have you noticed?
Ooh.
Just
Oh
put
wait, no,
Ted
it's
Bundy,
not.
Jeffrey
No,
Dahmer,
no, no,
Epstein.
no, no. Sorry. It wasn't serial killers. Sorry. No, it was boom, 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 boom. Like like
mass
people who,
shooters.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I meant. My bad. Sorry, I apologize.
Oh, John Wick. Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I was gonna
exactly.
say, you guys, I have a really good top 10 list this week for you guys.
Let's do it. No, who cares?
All right, so we're gonna change things up a little bit. So the way it's gonna work, I'm gonna make a statement here for my top 10, and if you guys both disagree, you guys have to. One of you has to decide who's gonna make the debate for it. If you agree with what I have to say, then I'll one of the 3 of us has to go and make the argument for it. Okay. So everybody set there?
I don't think
Okay.
Gilbert's got it.
All right, Gilbert. I'm gonna start off with the first one here. My number 1 statement here is the Colts will be the only AFC division leading team to win a playoff game. And I'm talking about right now, the ones that are in the AFC leading the division, they're gonna be the only division leading team
Patriots.
to win. Yeah, go ahead.
It's Patriots, Broncos, Colts,
Steelers.
And what was it?
Steelers.
Oh,
so okay. Do I just say agree and I don't argue? Is that
Does anybody disagree with this statement?
You gave me a bunch of frauds and young teams that have not proven anything to me, so I agree.
Okay,
I will disagree.
Okay, go ahead. Okay. There we go.
I think the Patriots could win a playoff game. I think if memory serves us correctly, I know they don't have a Derrick Henry, but Mike Vrabel's teams go into the playoffs sometimes and they just go loose. They go, hey, we have nothing to lose. Let's go knock out the number 1 overall seed, the number 2 overall seed. That's what Mike Vrabel's teams do. They go in there with no expectations because they know, like, nobody expects us to get here. Why not? There's always one team. Last year was the Commanders. I think the Patriots could be that team this year. And I'm not doing, I mean, the Patriots still, besides the Bills, haven't really played much talent, but I just feel like the Patriots, Drake May's playing very well. I think in the playoffs, they could sneak in and beat a team just because of that attitude that their head coach has.
Yeah, and I think
they beat the Broncos though. But go ahead, sorry.
The Patriots?
Yeah. They have not faced a good defense. They have not faced a physical team. Like the Bills are not a physical team. That's what I want to see from a young team. That's the last thing. I'm just saying matchup wise. That's it.
No, I get it, but I think the Patriots defense could take it to the Broncos to where the Broncos offense just can't get it clicking, and it turns into those one low scoring, punch you in the mouth kind of games. And I feel like the Patriots could make a play or two to get that going. But I think what the Patriots are doing is they're moving the ball very well, where it's like Drake is doing what Mahomes was doing after he lost Tyreek Hill. He's taking the underneath stuff. He's not looking to just go down the field. He's dinking and dunking. Like, people take dinking and dunking as like a bad term. I don't think it's a bad term. I think it helps you move the football and stay consistent and get ahead of the sticks, which I think is smart.
Chicago, by the way, but yeah.
Well, that guy just tries to go for the home run, but well, I don't want to get in trouble on that one either. But no, but I feel like their no nonsense kind of attitude they could definitely go. But again, Denver's not winning that division, so
no. And the Patriots might not either. And I think part of what Gilbert is saying too is like
they're benefiting from a last place schedule too.
That's what I was just gonna say.
They could win the division. Yeah, my bad.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, if you don't face tough competition when you get in the playoffs and you win your division, then you might get popped in the first round. And we see with Vrabel, I mean, he had a bunch of number 1 teams where they lost in the playoffs. They got knocked out as the number 1 seed a couple times. So with Derrick Henry, so that's another reason.
To New England, Gilbert, if they came to New England, Denver.
Yeah.
Who would you think would win that game?
I think because they're such a young team, sometimes the playoffs is about who's more physical and a little more experience. And I think the Broncos will win that game because I think that defense could rattle Drake May a little bit. And it will definitely be a game where like Bo Nix doesn't do much there. It's just that type of style of football. I gotta see more.
It's tough.
It's tough. But like when you have a good running game and you have a good defense, sometimes like look at the CJ Stroud Texans, and I give CJ Stroud credit for winning those games, but a lot of times it was the defense doing that work. So to win those games to move on to the next round, I remember that Browns game in his rookie year, there was like 2 pick sixes that Joe Flacco threw. Like sometimes it's just about the defense in the playoffs to win one game. That's so the Broncos at least have that. But what I'm thinking more is they're not going to win a division. I think the Chiefs are going to pass them eventually. I think the Chargers could do it too. I could definitely see the Patriots winning it. But like, so if the Patriots are a top 3 seed, you might have to face the Chargers or the Chiefs, and I think I'd rather have those teams than the Patriots.
And I just don't see any of those teams outside of the Colts getting a bye, because only the 1 seed gets the bye.
Yeah.
And the way that schedule is lining up for them, they might be the number 1 seed right now. So that was part of the reason for this. All right, number 2, Gilbert. Panthers, not the Bears, are the sneaky NFC playoff team.
Yeah, this is a little dangerous one here. Well, I'm just gonna quickly agree here, by the way, so I won't make a debate here. But I did have the Panthers as my number 7 seed in the playoffs before, and I gave up on them after 2 weeks. I don't care. I'm still gonna count it. It's looking good right now. But they're only 4-3. So just because I am not a fan of the Bears and have the Panthers in, I'll agree and I'll shut up here.
I don't agree with that.
Okay.
The Panthers, I mean, I get it, but like now the Red Rifle is going to start for 2 to 3 weeks. Do we think the Red Rifle is going to be able to keep it going? Like,
Might be better than Bryce Young though.
Well, yeah, I guess, but I don't have. Let's see. I don't have faith in them. I mean,
they run the football. That's another aspect.
Yeah, and
too.
they got a 4th place schedule too, Fernando.
Defense is a little better too. JC Horn
Bills
had
come
a game
there this weekend. Yeah, that's an L. They go to the Packers, L. The Saints come there, that's a win. They go to the Falcons, L. They go to the 49ers, L. They go to the Rams,
the Falcons.
L.
Remember already.
They went, yeah, but that was in Atlanta. That was
all right. It might fall short.
They go to Atlanta.
You're right.
Oh, I'll give you an L right here. December 14th, they go to the Saints. I'll give the Saints that one. The Buccaneers come there, L. The Seahawks go there. I'll give them a W.
I don't know if they win 10
then
games.
They go to the Buccaneers to end the season, L. Yeah, no way. There's no way. That rifle's about a jam. No.
Hey, I'll say this. I can see the Bills losing to the Panthers. They're at home. That's where they do well.
Yeah.
That's with Bryce Young, not with the Red Rifle. We don't know what the Red Rifle is going to do.
Bryce Young is something. He's not doing anything.
You're talking like the Red Rifle something.
I honestly want to see what he does
here for a reason.
I want to see what he does with this team. Bryce Young is not that good. Come on.
Neither is the Red Rifle.
They might be the same player.
He got the start taken away since like 2018. He hasn't started in the first Sunday of a NFL season. When's the last time he started one? It's been years.
He started week 3 last year.
He started week 3 and routed the Raiders there.
When I was at SoFi and I saw Bryce Young goes in there with an injury or goes out, I'm like, who the hell's their backup? And then I saw Andy Dalton's now in. I was like, oh, Jesus. I'm like, we're really just recycling the bottom of the barrel there. But I mean,
I won't fully argue because the Panthers are so inconsistent and they barely beat the Jets. So I won't argue, but I think you should give them a little more credit.
Well, and I'm also going to crap on the Bears. I don't think the Bears are all.
Here we go. This is the one I say for Fernando. Patrick Mahomes will be the NFL MVP.
I think if the Colts are the number 1 seed, it would be Danny Dimes to be. Well, no, they wouldn't want to give it to him.
No,
they're not going to want to give it to him. He's like a dorky one chromosome. He looks weird. Like, yeah, no, he doesn't. No.
Remember, I told you guys. I sent it in the group chat. The hipsters have already turned on Mayfield, and they're saying Patrick Mahomes is the guy. He's leading the league, and I think in passing right now. And then everybody's blowing the Chiefs now after they blew out the Raiders. So I mean,
I'll agree with this.
Gilbert,
I just have no faith in the NFL MVP anymore. Like Jonathan Taylor should win it if they're the number 1 seed.
Yeah, it's also tough to kind of answer to see how it plays out because, I honestly wanted Bijan to be a thing, but he had a stinker against the 49ers. I don't know, maybe Jonathan Taylor could be the running back for him. I wanted Puka Nacua to be a thing, but then he got hurt. Maybe that's my issue as the MVP guy. I want somebody different. And then a lot of times MVP voters want a quarterback, and then they also are like, wait, we kind of want something different, so they let Mahomes wait a couple of years. He's waited a couple of years now, so I think it's ready for him to win it but he has to win the division, by the way. So if he doesn't, it opens the door for Josh Allen. It won't be Lamar Jackson. I could definitely see Josh Allen winning it too. So just to kind of get a little bit of argument here, if the Colts win, it could be win the conference in terms of the number 1 seed. It could definitely open the door for chaos, and that's what I want to see. MVP. The last time that the MVP was a non-quarterback was AP, right? Adrian Peterson in 2012.
Adrian Peterson.
That's a long ass time.
All right, this next one is I hope you guys are ready for this one. The Las Vegas Raiders are the worst team in the NFL.
No.
I feel like you set me up just to say good things about them, Vic. They're the second worst team in the NFL.
I saw this week, and I mean, look, you look at what they did. I think they only had 95 yards on offense this week. Yes, they were the worst team in week 7, but you look at also the stinker they had against the Colts. I understand they beat the Titans and they beat the Patriots, but at the same time, man, like this team's and I get it. They were missing their left tackle, they were missing their stud tight end, and they were missing their number 1 receiver. But at the same time, you look at this roster on defense. I mean, the Chiefs just went up and down. They did whatever they wanted against them. And I just feel like it just looks like the worst team in the NFL right now.
They are a top 3 worst team. I think they're number 2, but then you got Miami there too. It's definitely the Jets. They're on 7. So this is your tricky way to make me say good things about the Raiders. They suck. Let's be clear, for Fernando Victor. Like, they are awful. They got their asses whooped. That's an embarrassing, atrocious performance, by the way. In KC, definitely tank.
The Saints are putting up more of a fight.
Go get a. I didn't even mention the Saints here. They're competitive. They're losing games, but they're competitive.
And the Browns. The Browns, I thought were gonna have the number 1 pick.
Yes. So, to me, it's the Jets. So because like Aaron Glenn's kind of having a shit show there, and I expected better from Aaron Glenn. I think his no nonsense, my way or the highway is gonna doom him eventually. I don't know if he'll be one and done. I know the owner, Woody Johnson, has vouched for Aaron Glenn today at the fall meetings. I didn't even know they had fall meetings, but then we know Woody Johnson's track record. He is very impatient. He likes to meddle. He likes to make rash decisions. So, it's not looking good for Aaron Glenn. His defense is terrible. That's your background. It stinks. And I saw Connor Orr wrote that people are trying to compare Aaron Glenn's first year to Dan Campbell's in Detroit. No, they're not the same guy. Like, it's different teams. Like, Dan Campbell had Brad Holmes to help out, have a good roster, and turn it around in year 2. What the hell do the Jets have? Like, even their best players are not playing well. Sauce Gardner, Quentin Williams, Garrett Wilson can't get the ball. And then they don't have a quarterback. Justin Fields is terrible. I'm done with him being a thing. No more. Russell Wilson, Justin Fields, Geno Smith, no more opportunities. You're done. You're not a franchise quarterback here. Are you going to play Tyrod Taylor the whole year? Good luck. They're tanking. They're going to get a quarterback, and they might get the number 1 pick. And by the way, I don't watch college football that closely, but it sounds like there's no clear number 1 quarterback. So Good luck.
Fernando
Mendoza.
Tocayo.
I'm not even going to say anything. Just watch this.
Great and powerful odds make the Raiders good again. Some young fan asked, and this is what he said.
What will you ask of the wizard? What is your heart's true desire? Ooh, you get to ask him for a wish. He can do anything. What's your wish?
Can you make the Raiders good again?
She wants you to make something called the Raiders good again. Yes. Bella would like the Raiders to be good again. I'm just a wizard. I can't perform miracles.
Oh, great. Even the powerful Oz has freaking jokes about the Las Vegas Raiders. I mean, can we catch a break? Can somebody, anybody, make the Raiders great again? Make the Raiders good. Just make the Raiders fucking competitive. So Pete Carroll can't do it. The wonderful Wizard of Oz can't do it.
That talking head reminds me of Dan when he's in the classroom in the dark and it's just his white face.
Joe Morley just like that one. He hit that one out of the park. He looks like a man defeated. There he is. There is our good
Fan of the second worst
good,
team in the NFL.
All right, guys, let's go quickly here because Shake will win Coach of the Year.
I think we're both going to agree here, but I agree.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm not even going to make an argument.
Christian McCaffrey will win Comeback Player of the Year.
I think I need to see the other contenders to kind of refresh my memory. But
Daniel
yes,
Jones,
it's hard.
I think counts.
No, remember, you can't be shitty. You have to be hurt. You can't come back from being shitty. Yeah,
I thought
the
he was
rules are
injured.
like, well, he was benched. He wasn't hurt. He just got waived by the Giants and then was a backup to Sam Darnold in Minnesota. So technically he can't. I hate that bullshit loophole. Like, you come back from being a scrub and a nobody. That's a comeback player of the year. What the hell are we doing here? McCaffrey was actually hurt, so I think it's an easy yeah right now. He's balling right now.
No, he's not winning it. I already know who's going to win it. Dak Prescott.
Go ahead.
Really?
Dak Prescott or Hutchinson?
Yeah, he got hurt. Yeah, Hutchinson's another one.
Oh, Trevor Lawrence is another one, a contender on there. Darren Waller.
Yeah, Waller counts, I guess.
So Fox Sports is saying that Daniel Jones was benched and released, and that could be a way for people to get him into that list. So that's interesting.
I hate these rules.
If they do it that route.
Yeah. What's wrong with the old rules? Whatever.
All right, next one, guys. And this is the one you guys kind of ruined before I hopped on. The NFC West will get 3 teams in the playoffs. Right now, you have 3 teams at 5-2.
I saw a comment that made me laugh, but go ahead, Fernando.
I'll say.
Good point, Sal.
With a team led by Sam Darnold,
yeah, and what
better than Stafford?
Sam Darnold be better than Stafford. This might be my my burner account from last year.
Why? Who said that or what?
No, this Sal said that because I think I was saying like I can't decide between the Seahawks, Rams, and 49ers.
Yeah.
And then,
but it doesn't just come down to the quarterbacks. Yeah, I'm having a hard time with this one. For right now, I'll agree.
You go, and we know that Gilbert said no. He has the AFC.
Well, that was different.
Well,
that was who would I have more odds in getting it? And does anybody have the standings up? I think I have it here. Yeah, the Rams, Seahawks, Lions are the wild cards right now. Damn, that's pretty good. Eagles 3. Yeah, this is tough. Yeah, I'll say yeah because like, are you gonna see the Falcons or the Bears or the Panthers sneak in? I know I was just vouching for the Panthers, maybe even the Cowboys. My Cowboys, like, I don't know. Maybe the top 7 might be set, guys. So, and that's 3 NFC West teams right now.
Yo, that's crazy. The Chiefs are 2-2 in the conference. That's good. If
they're not
they don't bounce back
from
that can hurt because they're going to play some tough competition. They still play some tough teams. I know everybody's like, oh, they're back. Their schedule's cake, but I saw their schedule. It's a little tough. I wouldn't
might be a wild card team
yet.
Oh yeah, they will be a wild card team. I think either the Chargers, especially since they're 3-0 in the division, or even the Broncos are winning that division. It's not going to be the Chiefs just because of that first place schedule they still got remaining. All right, let me kick it into high gear here. Jonathan Taylor will win Offensive Player of the Year. The other person I had here was Buka, but he got hurt, and so with what Jonathan Taylor is doing, I feel we'll win him Offensive Player of the Year.
I'll disagree. I think JSN's starting to get some love here. So I don't know if he's that big of a name, but I think he's really good. He might already be the best route runner in the NFL. I might be offending Justin Jefferson right now, but Jefferson hasn't done much this year. I think he's a top 5 wide receiver. He's has good numbers. I know Puka Nacua was on pace here, but he just got hurt. So I think I'm going to swing it back to JSN. I think it could be a wide receiver. And I think wide receivers have been winning it more than running backs lately. Who got it last year? I already forgot. I don't know. Oh, so Saquon, yeah. I thought Jamar Chase could have been in it, but yeah, Saquon was a good choice there.
Okay.
I'm just going to say it's not a given, so that's why I'm going to argue here, but I think JSN is starting to get – I think I saw that I hate this too, by the way, because I always see this. He's on track to break Calvin Johnson's receiving record. They always say that, and then they jinx the guy, and they get – they jinx him, and then they get hurt. I think Cooper Kupp came close, but he fell short. But, I'm going to say JSN.
And to Brett's comment here, he might hit 30 this year. There,
Oh.
because he's been doing about 3 a game there. So
30's tough. I watched 30
range.
with LT. Yeah, that was the last one. I think 30 might be too tough. They play some good opponents
Priest Holmes.
to end the year. So, Gilbert, if I ask you real quick, who's the leading receiver on the Chargers right now? Who do you think it is?
Well, Quentin Johnson missed a game. I'll go Lad. Keenan or no? I'll go Lad.
I'm gonna go Keenan.
Keenan.
Yeah.
Okay. He had a nice bounce back.
Yeah.
And
my bad. Go ahead.
I wanted to ask you guys this, but I'm gonna save it. But just remember this, and we'll bring it back one of these days. But I want to ask, who has the better receiving school? Is it LSU or Ohio State? Save it.
Ooh.
Just keep it in your head there, especially with what Butte is doing with the. I just found out he went to LSU too.
Yeah,
so.
he was in that Justin Jefferson, like he was on that team.
So it was Jack Besh from the Raiders, which I was like, wait, what? Really?
It's hard to go against the numbers of Ohio State. There's a lot of guys.
All right, 2 more to go, guys. Eagles will be the first NFC East team in 20 years to go back-to-back in the division.
I agree.
We're
going to go with his Cowboys.
No, they don't have
resurrecting his Cowboys.
No, I'm telling you, they're not a dog shit team. They're just an average team, and that's not good enough to win the division. I still think it's the Eagles. So, and I know the trend happens, but look at the Commanders. What the hell are they doing right now? They can't stay healthy with Jaden Daniels. No scary.
That Monday night game might be a snoozer if Jaden doesn't play.
I don't know. Yeah, it's definitely going to be a snoozer.
Yeah,
I was hoping maybe the Giants could be a thing, and they freaking had the epic choke job there. So
I think the World Series has a game that night, so I'll be watching Raw and the World Series game.
There you go.
Yeah, that's why they did it, and that was smart by baseball. They have World Series now. They schedule it. It's Friday, Tuesday, then they have an off day on Sunday to not go up against football, and then they do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, which is smart of them. You avoid that. All right, last one, guys. This one, I think you guys are going to disagree. The Cowboys won the Micah Parsons trade.
I want to say it's a little too soon, but I can't say they won.
No,
I don't even know who they're going to draft. I like the draft picks, but their defense is awful. Like you have an offense that's ready to go now, and you like pulled the rug out of your offense. You pulled the rug out of your rookie coach and Brian Schottenheimer. Like, they could have been a playoff team if they had a competent defense in Micah Parsons. And then I feel bad for Eberflus, who's trying to get back into the coaching ranks. They take his best player away. They're not good defensively. The Commanders were, they beat the Commanders soundly, but they also had trouble defensively even when Jaden Daniels went out. So, the only way they win games is it was 38-30, and they get lucky because Dak Prescott did something. So to me, I can't. And I know Jerry keeps saying oh, you never know. We're gonna make a trade for who? Like, if you get Bradley Chubb, you get Jalen Phillips, both the guys. I don't care. Like, it's not gonna help you defensively. Maybe get Max Crosby, but he doesn't want to go anywhere. So I don't know. Jerry is a carnival barker. He's a boxing promoter. I don't know. I can't. And I know we like to crap.
Would you give more credit to Bob Arum or the current Bob Arum or the current Jerry Jones?
Well, Jerry is more there right now than Bob, unfortunately. But they both were in their prime. They were pretty
he's
good.
Closer to 100 than he is to 90.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, I think Bob is 90 and he's still working. But and then we just saw Michael Parsons have 3 sacks against the Cardinals. He won that game for them. They are the number 1 seed in the NFC, which I find it hard to believe, but I can't say they won.
Yeah, and I guess my argument for this is just I get he had that 3-sack game, but the Packers haven't looked dominant on defense. Like, he had until last week, he had not had a great dominant, and the Cowboys are kind of set up to be able to kind of do something with that team during the next couple of off seasons. Instead of paying $50 to $60 million for a edge rusher, you can always they've been able to draft well. That their problem isn't that they can't draft well. They just wait too long to pay for guys. So that's my argument for it. But like I said,
the only way the Packers could win this trade if they win the Super Bowl. That's why you make the move. You give up 2 first-round picks to win the Super Bowl. If you don't, you lose.
And I just don't see that in the next 2 years. I don't think Jordan Love is a Super Bowl winning quarterback. I just don't. So But
No,
that's my
and he
top.
always makes what's name always makes mistakes. LaFleur, like
Yeah.
LaFleur always has gaffes where he has mistakes. But Vic, this was a really good 10 list. I
Yeah.
like this. This is a good one. Why don't we just go to Compas NFL Power Rankings, because it is almost Julian's bedtime, and we want to honor that so we don't get in trouble with the misses. So,
Thank you.
so yeah, let's go over to Compas NFL Power Rankings. Let's start off with Gilbert.
Yeah, I'm not gonna shy away from the Lions. I have not been totally impressed, but who's really been dominant this season? Eagles came back to life. They could pass the football. I know they still got holes there, but they threw on a very good Vikings defense. So shout out to Jalen Hurts there. And then number 3, I'm buying the Colts again. It's tough for me to get fully behind them because they've never been a playoff team, at least not this core group. Like if they play whoever they play and they win put it this way, if they win the division and they're the 2nd seed and not the 1st seed, I can see them losing in the 1st round to the 7th seed. That's how unproven they are, but I'll give them respect here. And then Chiefs, I know people are blowing them right now, but come on, they have the benefit of the doubt. They beat up on the Raiders, and then
Raiders,
yeah,
man.
let me know if people are blowing them. I don't know. And number 5, I couldn't decide here. Again, it's kind of like the team to pick in the NFC West. Sam Darnold, injury-prone 49ers. Rams, who lost to the injury-prone 49ers. It was a tough one. I just went with the Rams because they did dominate the Jaguars. That was pretty impressive.
I'm kind of surprised because you said I know the media is gonna blow the Rams and put them in the top 5. That he did it.
Hey, it was by default. Who the hell is a 5 team right now? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I just saw Brady also put them in his top 5. So you're
I don't
good.
even feel good about it, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'll go next. I had the Bucks still at number 1. I'm sorry. I still think they're very talented. I'll leave them at number 1 for one more week, see what they can do. I went Chiefs too, actually. I think the Chiefs, I was pretty impressed with what they did. I went Colts 3, 4 Lions, 5 Eagles. Vic?
Mine, I went Colts number 1. I said if they beat the Chargers, they got my attention. They've been dominant so far, especially offensively. I really like what they've done. They have the least amount of 3 and outs in the season. They have the number 1 offense. You have Jonathan Taylor, Danny Dimes were being able, and they have the offensive rookie of the year, and Tyler Warren as well. Offensively, Shea Steichen has taken his play calling to the next level. I was totally wrong on him, so I'm giving them my respect here, putting them as number 1. They're the only 1-loss team in the NFL. Number 2, the Lions. They've been impressive at home. I still have some question marks, like you guys have mentioned, about them coming back from behind. And Jared Goff, man, I still have some questions with him. My number 3, Eagles. They kind of worked some things out there with that win against the Vikings. If they were able, my thing was if they're able to lit up that Brian Flores defense, then I'd get back on there, and Jalen Hurts stepped up to the occasion. Number 4, the Bucks have all my respect here. They've been one of the best teams this season. Injuries, they just really need to get healthy. And my number 5 is the Chiefs. Yeah, they blew out the Raiders, but honestly, like at this point, that defense is starting to pick up too. I think that I want to see what they do against some of these teams coming up. They got the Colts. I want to see if they're able to stop the Colts, especially that offense.
Yeah.
You guys have some
like,
terrible number 1s, by the way.
It seems like an individual is here. Let's bring in Dan.
Yeah.
I am here. Don't worry. I am here. Heelberto, you suck. I'm angry at the world.
Yeah.
Screw everything. Let me start it off. Chargers offensive line.
He's here, Angel. We got him here.
Chargers offensive line, they suck. They're terrible. They're pissing me off. Joe Walsh should come back. We'll see what happens. 2, Greg Roman. I almost went into the coach's booth and beat the crap out of him and stole his headset. Number 3, Jesse Minter. What the hell are you doing, dude? Like, you're going out here. You're supposedly some whiz kid So the next LaFleur, and you can't even stop a guy named Danny Dimes. You suck. You're pissing me off. 4, Pete Carroll, you old bastard. It's time for the retirement home. You need to go to the retirement home. It's over for you. You can't even keep up against the Chiefs and the Chiefs 5. I hate the Chiefs. I hate the refs. They're coming back. They're all ready to go. Vic, let me give you my picks for the week real quick.
Wait, Dan. I have 2 questions, Dan, real quick.
What?
How do you feel about Victor making the Colts the #1 team in his power rankings after whooping your Chargers? Like that whooping was so bad that he thought the Colts were the best team with Daniel Jones in the NFL. That's how much your team got whooped. And 2, how did you enjoy seeing Carly Ursay on the sideline? I forgot her other last name.
Who gives a fuck? I'm over it.
Okay.
Fuck it.
There you go.
Piss me off. All right, Vic, let me give you, and I'm going to get out of here because I hate you all. I hate the cheese-eating bastard. I hate everybody. I will go. I'll go with the. You know what? F it. Give me Mac Jones. No, actually, no. Give me the Texans. They should do something. Cowboys at Broncos. Fuck the Broncos. I'll go with the Cowboys. Dak Prescott better do something. If not, I'm going to be pissed. Packers at Steelers. Give me the cheese-eating bastards team. Let him show me something. Chicago at Baltimore. I'll say that the running back will do better than the fingernail painter.
Which one? Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah, the running back over the fingernail painter. And then Vikings at Chargers. Joe Alt's back. Don't fuck with me, Chargers. Let me go with. I'll go with the Chargers. Gilbert, before I leave, here's one for you.
Well,
What
I
happened
just
there?
yeah.
Where did you? There we go. Okay.
I want to know.
Thank you so much, Dan. We appreciate that time that you just gave us.
Are those Fernando's picks too, or going to be?
No, we'll get to it.
What do you mean, Fernando?
We only had 2 minutes with Dan this week, so
yeah, it was only
a lot of fingers and F-bombs. Yeah.
I mean, that Dan is just a psycho. But last week, Dan and Gilbert tied at 4-3. Vic and I tied at 2-5 with our picks. So not a good.
The Lone Wolf went 2-2. I think Gilbert got 1, Dan got 1, and then I went 0-2 on the Lone Wolf.
So did I.
Cowboys.
Oh, that's right.
Yep. Gilbert went Lone Wolf on the Dolphins. He missed.
I got the Cowboys though.
Yeah.
Well, I'm getting to there. Dan and Gilbert went with the Panthers. You and I went Jets. Commanders. We all went Commanders except for Gilbert.
Yeah, but that was a long
Falcons. Dan went 49ers. Wow, that's very impressive. So, all right. Let us go with. Let us do our season records. Dan is still in first place, 26-17. I'm in second place, 23-20. Vic is 18-25, tied with Gilbert at 18-25. I love that you put him in last place.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like alphabetically, you should be behind me, but whatever. Like,
hey,
I do it on purpose.
These are Dan's rules. All right, let's go with the first game. 49ers at Texans. Give me the Texans, Gilbert.
Oh, hold on. Go ahead.
No, I'm done with them. Give me the 49ers.
Yeah, I'm going with 49ers as well.
All right. Let's go with
the
Cowboys at the Broncos. Give me the Cowboys. Gilbert?
Damn, I think I went Cowboys. Yeah, give me the Cowboys too. I think the Broncos are frauds. I want to see Bo Nix offense keep pace with Dak Prescott's offense. That's going to be a challenge.
Vic?
All right, give me the Broncos. I'll be the lone wolf here.
All right, next game.
What did Dan have?
Dan went with the Cowboys.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Packers at Steelers. Give me the Steelers. Dan went Packers. Gilbert?
Yeah, I kind of want to see a revenge game. Aaron Rodgers. Give me the Steelers here.
Oh,
Vic?
Wow. Okay, I'll take the fraudy Packers here.
All right. Next game. Chicago at Baltimore. I need this. Give me Baltimore.
Well, you have both of these teams, so
I do.
Handle has both.
Yeah, that's why.
Oh, if they tied, would I get half a point each?
Yes,
and it'd be a full point.
Yeah, you still split it, so either way, you're I think you want the Ravens
grab
win
onto
here.
an employee and say, "I need this. I need this." My bad. That's an office reference. Gilbert.
I'm gonna regret this, but I'm just annoyed how many people just favor the Ravens whenever Lamar Jackson is a whiff of being healthy. I hate to back the Bears, but the Ravens are like crap before, even with Lamar Jackson. So give me the Bears here, dog.
Vic.
Here, I'll let you be the lone wolf here, Gilbert. I'll take the Ravens just for that.
I hope Lamar doesn't play.
Last one, Vikings at Chargers. Give me the Vikings. I can't.
Oh.
I've done it 3 games in a row now where I've gone Chargers and they've screwed me. So I'm gonna go on my actual So I'm just gonna go.
We should probably let Dan be the lone wolf for the Chargers.
Gilbert.
No. And by the way, Let's Go podcast. I see your comment there, but it's a tough one for us because 1, we're not Chargers fans, and 2, it's a Thursday night football game, so it's a tough turnaround for us. We apologize. We do want to collab in the future, but it's tough during the short week. Fernando has to cover the game. I'm covering the game, and it's a time crunch. We're sorry about that.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah,
we appreciate you guys.
I gotta do a bunch of TikToks and stuff like that. I don't have the, and I'm not a Chargers fan, so yeah.
And Let's Go, but I will say this: I'm taking the Vikings too. I cannot trust that offensive line. But then Fernando, you said maybe Joe Alt's going to play. Or I think he said he will play.
Supposedly Joe Alt and Trey Pipkins should be good to go on.
That's a very good defensive front, and Carson Wentz also can maybe ruin the game with 2 pick sixes here. But even the defense can't defend. Nothing is going right. I'm with you, Fernando. Give me the Vikings here.
All right, we'll make here, I'll put it in. I'm gonna go with the Vikings as well, just to let Dan be the lone wolf here, and then that way if they win, he can rub it in our faces here. So we have 3 lone wolves. The only one that did not take a lone wolf was Fernando, but that's okay. We have Dan going with the Chargers, we have Gilbert going with the Bears, and me going with the Broncos.
Everybody jumped on my Cowboys one, so that's not my fault.
Well, this is a Broncos fraud show. That's why.
Well, that's true. All right. Thank you guys so much for checking out another episode of Compas on the Beat. Dan will be back next week, so make sure you guys. He had a great 2 minutes this time, but next week he'll be on longer. So definitely appreciate that. Appreciate everybody for.
That's what she hoped. Sorry.
Well, yeah, exactly. Thank you. Thank you to everybody who tuned in to this episode of Compas on the Beat. You guys are the best. You guys are gonna have to bear with us this week. I don't know if a preview show, probably not. I'll let you. We'll see. Post game. I mean, I
could do post game, Fernando. I could guarantee a post game.
Well, no, I'm leaving as soon
you
as
got to leave. Yeah.
There.
Okay, never mind.
So
I tried.
they're closing the 5 freeway. Like right at San Juan Capistrano goes from 3 lanes or 4 lanes to 1, all the way down to Torrey Pines. So I need to try and beat that.
Do you guys want me to hop on just in case or anything? Like if you guys need me, I'm more than happy to. That way, you guys have some content.
Can you do it Friday, like at 2:30, like 3 or Gil?
No, you lost me.
Oh, okay.
If you want to do it after the game, I'm more than happy to.
Yeah, but Fernando has to drive off.
Yeah, my thing is, I'm driving as soon because I think they close it at like 9:45. So Eric and I are going to try and race.
Yeah. Are you the one driving or can you?
I'm driving.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, I can jump on and do audio, like put my headphones on, or do it from the car, but. I don't know. Maybe we'll talk about it.
You guys just call. Yeah. I'm more than happy to navigate it.
Yeah, we'll talk about it and we'll get it. But yeah, appreciate everybody. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Gilbert, why don't you get us out of here?
Yeah. Enjoy Thursday Night Football, Chargers, Vikings. Drive safe, Fernando. Primetime game and good show. I know we didn't have Dan, but we did have Dan for a little bit. Great to see him, the middle fingers and all, but. Time to get going. Ya nos vamos, pues. Vámonos.